Where the beat go? Oh, ain't that something? Drums came in, you ain't see that coming. Hands on my head, can't tell me nothing. Got a taste of the fame and it blow my stomach. Pull back up like I don't want it.
Wow. Oh, shut up. What? Alright. So I did what if Deku had Smoke's abilities? What if Deku had Sub-Zero's abilities? And I've been waiting to do what if Deku had Scorpion's abilities. Okay, let's get started, okay? Okay. Happy Halloween, cause I'm posting this on November the 2nd, I think. And but I made this October the 31st, I guess. I don't know. It depends when I'm posting. Yeah. Alright, let's get started. So, where it starts off, Deku, he's not he's not born from Inko or Yasashi. Like, he's generally an orphan because even he don't know who his parents are. So Deku's in the orphanage, and all the kids are afraid of him. Cause like my nigga, he's going to kill you. Like Bakugo, no Deku, he have white eyes, and he have a super strong flame quirk. Like Deku's flame quirk is as strong as he's like 4 or 5. I guess he's 4. Is as strong as It's as strong as 7-year-old Bakugo's quirk. 7-year-old Bakugo. So all the kids are afraid of Deku, and cause look at his quirk. So yeah, that's how Deku lives his life. And all the staffs and stuff thinks Deku's gonna be a freaking villain when he's older, cause the way he is. But Deku really don't. Generally, he really don't care. So Inko comes inside because let's say she's not able to reproduce her own child. Like she's not able to have children or kids. So she's looking for one and she sees Deku and she sees how strong his quirk is and how nice, quiet he looks cuz the other kids are begging her to let them out of here or they're out there running around beating each other up. So she says, I want that kid. And they're like, huh? What? And they're like, you want him? He's going to be a villain when he's older. Just look at him. And Inko's like, don't talk about a kid like that. I want him. And they're like, alright, whatever. It's your funeral. And they give them Deku. And she's like, what's his name? And they're like, he's just a kid, I guess. We don't know where he's from, who's his parents. We just generally don't know. And let's say Inko's real name, like we don't know Inko's last name, who took the last name. But let's say her last name's still Midoriya, and she says his name's Izuku Midoriya. And they're like, alright, you can leave now. And Inko leaves, because they said she can leave, so she leaves. And she's trying to talk to Deku, but Deku generally don't talk at all, cause like he just don't talk. She just gives Deku his space, cause like he did just come from an orphanage, cause yeah, and also they call him a villain and make fun of him, but Deku don't care enough. And Deku's hair in this is white or something. I don't know. I don't care what color his hair is. Like that's not important, really. But she's like, so, you know who your parents are or something? Or like, Deku's like, no, not really. And that's when he talks, and Inko's like, oh, okay. And like for a few months, Deku don't talk to Inko, just gives her a head nod or no nod. And Inko says, okay, she don't really care enough, but she wants Deku to talk. And Deku, he turns 5 and he finally starts opening up to Inko. Like he's finally talking to Inko, but he's not like talking like, hey bro, let's have a conversation. He's talking like, hey bro, you ask me something, I'm giving you a respond. I'm gonna respond to you. He knows Bakugo, but he don't care about Bakugo, which gets Bakugo mad because he wants everybody to praise him because he's at that praise point. He got a strong quirk, flashy one. and he thinks everybody should praise him. Everybody thinks he's a fucking god, but he's not. So yeah, he's at that point, and yeah, um, Deku, whatever. So Deku, him and Bakugo don't like each other. Deku just don't like Bakugo, cause like how cocky he is. Bakugo don't like Deku, cause Deku's not praising him. Like Deku better start praising him. That's the point he's at. Like he's at that point saying, "Hey, bro, you gotta praise me, or else like we're gonna have a situation, having a problem." But Deku don't care enough. So yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't go over Deku's abilities. Really, I don't want to go over it, but I have to. So yeah. Well, Deku has super speed, strength. He can teleport with his flames. He can manipulate smoke and he can manipulate flames, but it depends how hot the flames are for him to be able to manipulate them. He can fly with his flames, aka he just don't fall. And yeah, that's all he can do. And he has super thermal vision. So yeah. And yes, that's all. So Deku chills because he don't care enough. So yeah. So Deku sees Bakugo picking on somebody, and Deku says, "I don't want to go over there, but I know I have to." So he runs over there and just socks Bakugo, saying, "What are you doing? Chill out. That's a girl." Because let's say it's a girl he's picking on, and not that nameless kid. So yeah. And Bakugo's like, "I don't care. She's useless, just like you." And Deku's like, "What you say? I have a stronger quirk than you. Like I don't want to hear it. Like bro, all those things I can do with my quirk, I can literally beat you with pretty much ease." But skip past that because YouTube don't like seeing kids fight. So yeah, I don't want to get demonetized. So Deku's 14, beginning of the anime, and he's chilling in class as usual, just kick back, relaxing. And he sees Bakugo just yelling. Like Bakugo's over there chilling, big chilling, putting his feet on the desk and calling everybody background characters. But Deku don't care enough to get involved. So yeah. Um so Bakugo no, the teacher comes in, does that paper scene, and Bakugo still goes on his rant, but harder, and calls everybody useless sidekicks. Everybody says, "You want to go, Katsuki?" And Bakugo's being more cocky, saying he'll take all of them on. And Deku's like, "What about me?" He just says, "What about me?" And Bakugo says, "Shut up." And Deku's like, thought so, bro." And yeah, so Deku goes off because he's too cool to stay in school. So yeah. No, I'm just playing, saying stay in school. What the heck? And so the sludge villain, alright, he's walking. He walks under the tunnel because he don't want to walk with Bakugo because he know if he walks with Bakugo, nothing good's gonna come out of it. So the sludge villain, Deku hears something and he knows the sludge villain is there. He turns around saying, "Alright, bro, just pop out, come out." And the sludge villain comes out and it says, "How did you know I was there?" And Deku's like, "Do we have to do this? Like, bro, just like, bro, I'm trying to go home." And the sludge villain's like, "Give me your body, kid," because he sees Deku has a strong quirk, but Deku just don't use it a lot. And the sludge villain tries to run up on Deku. Deku burns it a little. The sludge villain jumps back because half of his particles are burnt off. And Deku starts burning him more. Like, the sludge villain turns into this little slime. Like, it's just a puddle of slime now. And Deku's like, "Oh, also, All Might's coming." He's like, literally, he's about to turn around the corner. And Deku teleports out of there. All Might comes, sees the sludge villain, and he sees the whole place is burnt. Like, he sees flames everywhere. And he collects the sludge villain. But the sludge villain he passed out, and everybody thinks a villain has done that with a strong quirk. Like, who has a strong quirk? And yeah, so Dobby, I don't want to involve this, but like, Dobby is gonna be yeah, Dobby he's just gonna be a little bit involved with this story, just a little bit more involved. And yeah, so yeah, that happens. Like, well, yeah. Oh, I'm so confused. Like, this is, I don't know what to do, what to say, because this isn't script, but whatever. So Deku goes home, chilling, and he remembers it's the 10 months of training. He's like, God damn it, I forgot, and he just goes somewhere to go train. And he goes out somewhere like a beach, and he starts collecting trash off the floor and just doing all that jazz. So yeah, he collects that. That happens, and he burns the trash because he don't know where else to put it. Cause I don't know where they put the trash, really. So yeah, so he just burns the trash after he's done lifting all of it, and he's training hard too. Like he is not slacking off. And the way Deku can like use flames, cause I don't know if y'all know this, I'm pretty sure Scorpion uses his flames, like it's out of the air. He uses it from air or sweat, like Bakugo. So yeah, that happens. Uh, had to crack my knuckles. That happens. If I crack one, I have to crack all. Is that just me? Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I had to just crack my knuckles. I didn't know if I heard that or not, but I just cracked my knuckles. And that happened, so yeah, 10 months of training is somewhat over. Like, 8 months has passed. And 8 months passed. Deku, he's finished cleaning Deku Beach like 5 months ago. So at this point, he's just working on like doing and manipulating hotter flames. So that happens. 10 months later, Deku walks to UA because actually he teleports there to UA in front of the gate. He's the first one. He walks in. He sits down in his seat, and then this one, Bakugo have to sit next to sit next to Deku. So yeah, Pesamites goes over. Bakugo trying to threaten Deku. Ida stands up, does that little bitch scene. I'm sorry for never mind. He does that scene, and yeah, so he goes off on Deku too, but Deku don't care. He don't. He turns to Ida and tells Ida to shut up. Ida shuts up because he's just shuts up because he's scared a little because he sees this guy don't have pupils. So Deku stands in front of the gate because no written portion. He passed that with ease. Like he's like fourth place. So yeah, fourth to third, and he teleports in front of the gate. And Ida runs up towards him saying he don't have to use you don't use your quirk, and Deku don't care. So yeah, he's like, bro, let me do me. He sees Uraraka panicking, but he don't care. He just turns around and says, doesn't concern me. And he walks in. Actually, he teleports in and starts burning everything. Like he burns the whole place down. He burns the scene. And no one's able to get points because Deku just burns everything, teleporting to every single robot. Even when people are trying to destroy it, he just teleports towards it, destroys it first. So Deku passed with like all the points, like 1,000 points or something. He just passed because like he just passed, like just passed. So that happens. Um, oh, sorry about that. So yeah, Deggy's 2 weeks. Everyone goes back in there who didn't get points. They gain up the points, and yeah, so they have to get a second run. 2 weeks later, Deku's training. Another week pass, and Deku trains, and then he gets the UA letter. Inko gives it to him. He checks it. Inko's excited, proud of Deku. And yeah, that's when Deku teleports in front of UA. That scene, and he's just looking. He goes in front of the door and tells himself why is that such a big door. that's where I'm going to be leaving it off. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Peace.